God says, "You are a flame in the storm. You are not the storm that rages. You are not the chaos that swirls around you. You are not the darkness that tries to swallow the horizon. You are the light I lit, the fire I breathed into being, the steady flame that refuses to die when the wind howls and the sky breaks open. You see the clouds rushing and feel the rain stinging your skin, but I see the fire glowing in you, and I call it mine. I was the one who placed that flame in the center of your being. Before you ever walked into this storm, before confusion spun around you, before voices rose loud and pressure closed in, I whispered over you, let there be light. I did not ask the storm for permission to place that light. I did not ask your circumstances if they agreed with my plan. I spoke, and your spirit answered. That is why, even now when you feel overwhelmed, something in you still reaches for me. That reaching is the flame refusing to go out. You look at your life and say, God, it feels like the wind is against me from every side. It feels like wave after wave crashes over my head. It feels like everything that can shake is shaking. You wonder if you are failing because you feel afraid, because your hands tremble, because your prayers sometimes sound more like groans than bold declarations. But I tell you today, the trembling does not disqualify you. The fact that you are still turning toward me in the storm is proof that the flame is alive. Storms expose what was hidden in calm weather. When the sky was clear, you could rely on your own strength, your own plans, your own rhythm. But when the storm came, what was shallow blew away, what was fragile cracked, what was rooted only in convenience was uprooted. Yet in that same storm, the flame in you began to show itself. When the power went out around you, your light became visible. The very pressure that felt like it would erase you has become the backdrop that makes my work in you shine. You are a flame in the storm when you choose to stay, when everything in you wants to run. You are a flame in the storm when you speak gently in the middle of voices that bite and tear. You are a flame in the storm when you forgive in a culture that celebrates revenge, when you bless those who misunderstood you, when you keep your heart soft after it has been struck and bruised. Every time you choose my way over your old patterns, the flame rises a little higher. You say, Lord, I do not feel like a flame. I feel like a piece of soaked wood, heavy and tired. I feel like a wick that has burned all the way down. Hear me. Your feelings are not the final measure of what I am doing in you. Flames are not always dramatic. Sometimes they are quiet, barely visible, just a small thread of light above a bed of coals. But coals still carry heat. Coals still glow when breath comes. I am breathing on you in this season, and what you thought was only ash will begin to shine again. I am not intimidated by your storm. I am not pacing in heaven, wondering how I will rescue you from this moment. I walked on waves long before the waves hit your boat. I spoke to winds long before the wind began to circle your mind. I sat in the boat with my friends while water poured over the sides and they cried out in terror. I did not rebuke them for calling my name. I rebuked the storm that dared to threaten what I had spoken over them. You are not at the mercy of the weather around your soul. You are held by the God who commands it. There are whispers in the wind that tell you, if God were with you, this would not be happening. If you truly had faith, you would not feel this anxious, this tired, this broken. Those whispers are lies. My presence is not proven by the absence of storms. It is revealed by the endurance of your flame in the middle of them. If I only loved you in sunshine, you could doubt my love every time the sky darkened. But I am the God who sits with you in the valley, who speaks in the whirlwind, who stands with you in the driving rain. You have asked me, why does it feel like the storm keeps circling back? Why do I keep walking through seasons that test the same places in my heart? I tell you this in love. I am not repeating the storm to torment you. I am deepening the roots under your flame. I am teaching you the difference between a flicker of emotion and a fire of conviction. I am teaching you to anchor your hope not in quick relief, but in my unchanging character. With every storm you outlast in me, your flame becomes less fragile and more steady. There are things that can only be formed in the storm. Steadfastness is not built in ease. Compassion is not woven into your heart by theory alone. Courage is not born in rooms where nothing ever shakes. You have been asking me for greater faith, greater authority, greater power to comfort others, and I have answered by allowing you to walk through conditions that require what you asked for. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. Right now, as you stand in this place between fear and trust, between fatigue and faith, I am drawing close. I am not far from your shaking heart. Feel my nearness, even if your emotions have not caught up. Let my words settle over you like a warm hand on your chest. And if, as you listen, you feel your spirit saying, "This is for me, this is my storm and my flame," then I invite you, with a sincere and willing heart, to like, comment, share this word with someone who needs it, and subscribe so you can continue to walk with these prophetic declarations as I keep speaking my heart over you. You are not just surviving this storm, you are learning how to shine in it. I am teaching you to lift your eyes above the waves and fix them on me. I am teaching you to speak my promises louder than the thunder of your fears. I am teaching you to rest even while the wind still moves, because your rest is not found in the calm of circumstances, but in the certainty of my presence. When others watch you in this time, they will not only see your struggle, they will see your source. You are a flame in the storm every time you choose honesty instead of hiding, when you bring your confusion to me instead of pretending you are fine. You are a flame in the storm when you ask for help from people I send, when you let someone pray for you, when you refuse to isolate even though shame tells you to disappear. You do not have to roar to be powerful in this hour. You simply have to stay open to me. There are people assigned to your flame. You have assumed that your struggle disqualifies you from helping others, but I will use precisely what you have walked through as a lantern for someone else. When they shake in their own storm, you will not speak from theory. You will speak from history with me. You will say, "I know what it is to feel like the wind will never stop, but I also know the one who keeps the light inside from going out." Your story will become a shelter for the trembling. I am healing the parts of you that learned to expect abandonment when things got hard. You braced yourself for people to disappear, for love to thin out, for support to fade the moment you became too much. In this storm, I am rewriting that script. I am surrounding you with evidence that I stay. I stay when your faith is strong and when it is frayed. I stay when your words are full of worship and when all you can manage is a sigh. I stay when you understand and when you do not. Do not fear the sound of the storm. The volume of the wind does not equal the authority of the wind. The storm can roar, but it cannot rewrite what I have spoken over you. I have called you mine. I have called you beloved. I have called you chosen. I have called you a royal priesthood, a light in dark places, a testimony of my faithfulness. No forecast can cancel those names. No sudden change in circumstances can tear those titles off your life. You have wondered, will this storm ever actually end? Or will my whole life feel like this? Hear me. Every storm has a boundary. It has a beginning and an end. There is a line it cannot cross because I have drawn it. I am not only the God who strengthens you in the middle, I am the God who brings you through. You may not see the clear sky yet, but I do. I have already prepared days where the air will feel lighter, where laughter will return more easily, where the lessons of this season will remain, but the pain will not. Child, you are a flame in the storm, and I am the one who shelters you with my own hand. I bend low to shield you when gusts rise. I speak to the waters when they threaten your boat. I send my angels to minister to you when you think you have nothing left. I wrap you in my word, so that even when the rain soaks your clothes, it cannot touch the decree I have placed on your life. Do not agree with the storm's story about you. Agree with mine. The storm calls you fragile, but I call you fortified in me. The storm calls you forgotten, but I call you seen and remembered. The storm calls you finished, but I call you in process, still being written, still being shaped, still being strengthened. The storm will pass. My word over you will not. So stand as you are able. If you can only stand on the inside today, then stand there. If all you can manage is a whispered, "Jesus, help me," then let that whisper be your flame reaching upward. I receive it. I honor it. I respond to it. You are not alone, and you are not failing. You are learning what it means to carry my light in weather that would have crushed you before. You are a flame in the storm, and I am your God in the storm. I will not abandon the work of my hands. I will not let the darkness win the final word over your story. I will bring you through, and when you look back, you will see that even here, even now, even in this wind and rain, your life was burning with a holy fire that nothing could put out.